Prime Minister Imran Khan said that the Senate election auction of parliamentarians had started and he knew how much money was being offered to buy their allegiance. "We also know of a political leader who," he said, "raised money to buy votes." Imran said he had seen parliamentarians auctioning to buy their votes for Senate membership for the last 30 years. The PTI expelled its 20 members after the last Senate election, who were found to have sold their votes for 50 million rupees each. He said the nation was going through a historic struggle to restore the rule of law and apprehend the plunderers who found themselves to be above the law. On Thursday, the Secretary-General of the United Nations, Antonio Gutteres, called on nuclear-armed India and Pakistan to come together and seriously discuss their issues arising from the unresolved Kashmir conflict, adding that his good officers were always available for mediation. In response to a question from an AP correspondent at its first press conference in 2021, the UN leader cautioned that the decades-old conflict had failed to find a military solution. "When you see Pakistan and India, it is obvious that any military conflict between the two will be a tragedy of unmitigated proportions for both nations and for the entire world." New Secretary of State Antony Blinken has announced that the US is prepared to prosecute Omar Sheikh for the suspected abduction and murder of Daniel Pearl in the United States. Secretary Blinken referred to the decision of the Supreme Court of Pakistan to release Omar Sheikh in a strongly worded statement as an insult to victims of terrorism everywhere, including Pakistan. On Friday, the Sindh government filed in the Supreme Court a petition for review against its order to release Ahmad Omar Saeed Sheikh. A three-member bench of the Apex Court, led by Justice Mushir Alam, released Ahmad Omar Saeed Sheikh by a 2-1 majority ruling in a brief order, extending the benefit of doubt to him. According to the Minister of the Cabinet Office, the European Union admitted that it made a mistake in triggering an emergency clause in the Brexit agreement to regulate exports of COVID vaccines. Michael Gove said he was assured of the supply of vaccines to the United Kingdom and said his initiative would proceed as scheduled. He said that by the 15th of February, the UK was on track to produce 15 million jabs. Mr. Gove said he talked with Maros Sefcovic, Vice President of the European Commission, and both agreed that we need a reset and that the citizens of Northern Ireland should be put first. He said Prime Minister Boris Johnson had talked to President Ursula von der Leyen of the European Commission and it was made clear that supply would not be disrupted so that our plans could be carried out. According to a release from the musician's record label Transgressive, Grammy-nominated experimental pop artist and producer Sophie Zion, publicly known as Sophie, died in a terrible accident on Saturday morning at 34 years of age. Sophie died at home at 4 a.m. in Athens, the Greek capital, the artist's publicist said in a statement. Sophie, a Glasgow-born trans rights activist, partnered with Madonna to co-produce the single, Bitch, I'm Madonna, in 2015 and collaborated on the Ape Vroom Vroom with Charlie XCX. Several musicians, including British singer-songwriter Sam Smith, who posted tragic news on Twitter, paid tribute to the late musician. "The world has lost an angel. A true visionary and our generation's symbol."
InfoAir World. Worldwide information.